Hello, welcome back. This is lesson 4, and we're going to talk about the interior book design for your new book. And there are two things that we're going to cover in particular. The first one is for Kindle books. Both Kindle and paperback have a different interior design and layout. The Kindle is not so flexible, the paperback is a lot more flexible. So if you wanted both books to look exactly the same, start with the Kindle version and then give the designer for the interior who's doing the paperback that image and what it looks like, and then they'll be able to copy that for your paperback version. It's not necessary for you to have both looking exactly the same, but it is necessary for the information to be the same across both books if they're both the same title and content. So when we're looking at a Kindle design, Amazon do provide a Kindle book formatting tool. It's not great. It's a little bit buggy, and it does seem to come and go. Sometimes it works really well, and sometimes it doesn't. And if you're not used to putting books together on Kindle, it can be a bit fiddly. But all the same, I have provided a link for you to access the Amazon Kindle book tool for free, or you can go onto Fiverr or Upwork and get someone to do it for you. Personally, you might spend a week trying to format the Kindle yourself. It'll only take the designer 2 days, 1 to 2 days, about 4 to 5 hours to do it for you. So it's much better just to pay someone $100 or however much they charge to do it for you, and it would look really good. So here are some points here regarding Kindle's design. We look at a few things. One is the style of the text, the other is the layout and the size of the font. When people are buying Kindle books, they're buying it to view on their mobile phone, their Kindle reader, perhaps it's a computer or a tablet device. So, what Amazon will do with the Kindle is they will dynamically resize it to suit the device. But more importantly, what I have learned to be the biggest lesson when you're doing Kindle is to ignore the device and keep the formatting really tight because Amazon will split it anywhere in here as it needs to fit the device it's going onto. So don't try and make it fit perfectly for a mobile phone or a tablet because it will just turn into a big mess with lots of breaks and spaces in it. If you're getting someone to do it for you, though, they will know exactly what to do to make it fit for purpose for dynamic sizing. The next layout we're going to talk about is the interior book design for a paperback. Here you can see an example. On the left hand side is the before, and on the right hand side is the after. Just as much as design and thought goes into the Kindle version, the same can be done for the paperback. The book template that I've given you is a very simple book template without any fancy formatting design, but it is the right layout and it has everything that you need. Again, I recommend you go to an outsourcer. You outsource this to a freelancer on Fiverr or Upwork, and they'll be able to do an absolutely beautiful job for you for your book for less than a couple of $100. They will take the book that you've put together and they will lay it out like this, and they will put in styling for the chapters and the titles and the first letter of the paragraph. If there's anything in particular that you would like, any particular style or font, all you need to do is let the freelancer know. In the resources section of this course, I have provided some templates. One template in particular is called the book brief, and that book brief is what you can use to fill in the details to go to the Kindle designer and the print paperback designer. Sometimes you'll be really lucky and the same person can do both, but often you'll need to go to two different people. Now, the next thing that you need to know is everything needs to be done in a sequential order. As you have seen before with editing, proofreading and concept is first, followed by editing and any grammar corrections second. When we go to publish your book, the layout must be done first and the cover must be done last. When we do a book cover for a Kindle, it's a different size and shape to a book cover for a print book. And the designer who designs the print book cover, that design will change depending on how many pages are in the book. So keep in mind that everything that I've given you in this course is in a very specific order so that you get the most economical, quickest, most efficient run at printing your book. If you are lucky enough to find a designer who will do the interior and exterior design, they will know how to count the pages and get the right sizing of the book cover. We cover the book cover in a later lesson, and I will show you how to do the calculations very quickly and easily and how to download a size so that you can send it to the designer. Most important for this lesson, what you need to know is the order and sequence of work that you need to do. And here it is here. You finalize your manuscript. This is getting ready for pre-production, so you're getting your book ready to publish. Once you have your final manuscript, you can send it to the designer to do the interior for both the Kindle and the paperback at the same time. If it's the same freelancer doing both, then you give them just one manuscript with the book brief, and then you ask them to publish it in the size for the Kindle and the second for the size 5.5 by 8.5 for the paperback. If you're publishing a book that has lots of photos and images, you may like to consider a larger size. That would be probably someone who's doing a recipe book or um, a photography book, something where you have a lot of large size images, because a small book it'll be very difficult to see those images. The next one is, once your interior is done, it's time to get your Kindle cover and your print cover done. Kindle covers are all the same one size, but print covers are variable depending on how many pages and the type of paper that you choose. That's why it's important to get your paperback interior design completed, and then we go over to the Kindle calculator to calculate it. So this is how it works when you're getting a book cover design. Sorry, this is how it works when you're getting the interior design done for your Kindle. It starts with you. You can come up with a few ideas of what you like. Within this course, I have provided a link to some templates for book covers within Canva that you can play around with. You can download the book covers and you can change the title and change the font and change the images, and it gives you a bit of time to sort of get your ideas out and see what looks good and what doesn't look good. If you are stuck and you're not feeling particularly creative, use your brand colors and your brand style as the basis for how you choose your book cover, and then the interior, make sure that you're aligned to your brand as well. Interior of the paperback is exactly the same. You'll outsource it to professional freelancers. You'll need to give them the size of the book. I recommend the 5.5 by 8.5 size, and that's the size of the template that I provided to you. You can also ask them for a couple samples of their work or the styles that they provide as standard with their package. It's also nice to go to your bookshelf, take a look at a handful of books that you like in there and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. And if there is, just scan a copy of one page and send it to them and ask them to make a script or a format like that. I hope you found that helpful. In the next lesson, we're going to cover the exterior book design, and that's your book cover and what you need to do.